Imagine you're diligently trying to save money, like going to the gym and sweating it out for an hour. You feel accomplished, right? But then, on your way home, you indulge in a triple cheeseburger and a large soda. It's like taking one step forward and two steps back. That's the savings trap in action. You work hard to save, but then you stumble into temptations and end up losing more than you save, sometimes without even realizing it. In this video, we're diving into the savings trap, 6 common mistakes to avoid for financial health. Think of it as your roadmap to dodging financial pitfalls. We'll uncover the sneaky ways we sabotage our savings efforts and how to steer clear of them. So buckle up as we navigate through the twists and turns of financial decision-making. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because trust me, you won't want to miss out on these money-saving insights. Ready to take charge of your financial future? Let's dive in. Now, let's talk about a financial situation that many of us find ourselves in. The balancing act of earning interest while paying interest. It's a common scenario. You diligently deposit money into your savings account each month, hoping to build a nest egg for the future. But here's the plot twist. If you're also grappling with outstanding debts, you might be inadvertently sabotaging your financial progress without even realizing it. Let's break it down into bite-sized pieces. Imagine you have some lingering credit card debt or perhaps a hefty student loan hanging over your head. While you're diligently squirreling away money into your savings account, those debts are quietly accruing interest in the background, like weeds in a neglected garden. And here's the kicker. The interest you're shelling out on those debts often outweighs the interest you're earning on your savings. It's like trying to fill up a bucket with holes in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, you're still losing it through the cracks. Now, you might be scratching your head wondering, how did I get caught up in this financial merry-go-round? Well, it's a classic case of misplaced priorities. Instead of focusing solely on beefing up your savings, it's crucial to address those looming debts first. Think of it as clearing the clutter before you can truly organize your finances. By chipping away at your debts, you're not only reducing the amount of interest you'll ultimately pay, but also freeing up more funds to fuel your savings goals down the line. But don't just take my word for it. Let's crunch some numbers. Say you have a credit card balance of $5,000 with an interest rate of 18%. Meanwhile, your savings account is earning a modest 2% interest annually. If you continue to prioritize savings over debt repayment, you'll end up paying far more in interest on your credit card debt than you'll ever earn in interest on your savings. It's like trying to outrun a cheetah while wearing lead shoes, a futile effort that only leaves you further behind. So what's the game plan? It's all about flipping the script and tackling those debts head-on. Start by creating a realistic budget that allocates a significant portion of your income towards debt repayment. Consider employing strategies like the debt avalanche or debt snowball method to expedite your progress. And remember, it's not about depriving yourself of all luxuries. It's about making conscious choices that align with your long-term financial goals. Now, I'm not suggesting that you completely neglect your savings in the meantime. It's still essential to have a safety net for those unexpected curveballs life throws your way. But by prioritizing debt repayment over saving, you're setting yourself up for a stronger financial foundation in the long run. Think of it as laying the groundwork for a sturdy house. You wouldn't start decorating the living room before ensuring the foundation is solid, right? So if you've been caught in the savings versus debt repayment tug of war, take a step back and reassess your priorities. Remember, it's not about sacrificing your financial well-being for short-term gains. It's about making strategic choices that will benefit you in the long haul. By focusing on debt repayment now, you're not only freeing yourself from the shackles of debt, but also paving the way for a brighter financial future. All right, let's talk about one of life's biggest investments, education. It's like the ultimate choose-your-own-adventure book, right? But here's the plot twist. You don't always have to break the bank to get an education. Let's unpack this mystery together. So picture this. You're standing at the edge of 2 roads. On one side, you've got the traditional route. Think college, university, textbooks, and all that jazz. On the other side, you've got the wild and untamed world of self-learning, online courses, tutorials, YouTube videos, you name it. Now, which path do you take? And more importantly, Which one saves you the most cash? Now here's the scoop. Self-learning can be a budget-friendly dream come true. With a quick Google search and a click of a button, you've got access to a treasure trove of knowledge, all without spending a dime. It's like having a library at your fingertips 24/7. But before you start high-fiving yourself for being a savvy saver, let's talk about the flip side of the coin. Self-learning might be free, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Ever tried to learn a complex subject from scratch with nothing but online resources? It's like trying to build a spaceship with popsicle sticks and duct tape. Not impossible, but definitely a bit tricky. Without the guidance of experienced teachers or structured coursework, it's easy to get lost in the vast sea of information. But fear not, my fellow adventurers. Formal education is here to save the day. Sure, it might come with a hefty price tag, but think of it as an investment in yourself, your skills, your knowledge, and your future. It's like buying a golden ticket to the Willy Wonka factory of opportunities. With expert guidance, hands-on experience, and a shiny diploma to show for it, the possibilities are endless. And here's the kicker. Formal education isn't just about what you learn in the classroom. It's about the connections you make, the experiences you have, and the doors that open up along the way. From internships and networking events to job fairs and alumni networks, the world is your oyster, and education is the pearl. But hold your horses before you start maxing out your credit cards on tuition fees. It's important to weigh the pros and cons of each option and find the right fit for you. Maybe that means pursuing a degree part-time while working full-time, or taking online courses to brush up on your skills. The key is to invest in yourself in a way that aligns with your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from some wise people who've walked this path before. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha himself, once said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." And he's not wrong. By investing in your education, you're investing in your future, and that's a journey worth taking. So the next time you're faced with the choice between saving a few bucks and investing in your education, remember this. Education is the gift that keeps on giving. Whether you're learning how to code, mastering a new language, or diving into the world of business, the possibilities are endless. Now let's dive deeper into the realm of saving, but not just any saving. We're talking about saving in vain, where your efforts might not be yielding the results you hope for. Now picture this. You diligently stash away your hard-earned cash in what seems like a secure savings account. You feel accomplished, right? Well, hold on to your wallet because there's more to this story. You see, not all savings accounts are created equal. Sure, some offer what appears to be a decent interest rate, but when you factor in something called inflation, it's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. Inflation is essentially the rise in prices over time. So if the interest you're earning on your savings isn't keeping pace with inflation, your money is effectively losing value. It's like trying to run up a downward escalator. You're putting in the effort, but you're not getting anywhere. Think about it this way. If you stuff your money under the mattress or leave it sitting in a low-interest savings account, you might feel safe, but your money isn't working for you. It's like burying treasure in your backyard and hoping it'll grow on its own. Spoiler alert, it won't. So what's the alternative? How can you make your money work harder for you? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore some options. One avenue to consider is investing in the stock market. Yes, I know it can seem intimidating, but hear me out. Historically, despite its ups and downs, the stock market has outperformed savings accounts over the long term. It's like planting seeds in a garden. With a little patience and nurturing, your investments can grow into something substantial. Now, before you start envisioning yourself as the next Wolf of Wall Street, it's important to understand that investing in the stock market does come with risks. But here's the thing, with risk comes reward. It's like taking a leap of faith. Sure, there's a chance you might stumble, but there's also the potential for significant gains. Another option to explore is investing in bonds or mutual funds. These can offer a more stable return compared to the stock market, making them a popular choice for more cautious investors. It's like finding a balance between risk and reward, steady growth without the stomach-churning volatility. Have you ever considered real estate investing? It's like adding another layer to your financial portfolio. By purchasing property, You not only have the potential for appreciation, but also the opportunity to generate rental income. It's like having your cake and eating it too, building wealth while enjoying the benefits of passive income. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about the risks? It's true, real estate investing does come with its own set of risks and challenges. From market fluctuations to tenant issues, there are certainly hurdles to navigate. But with careful planning and due diligence, real estate can be a lucrative investment opportunity. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the importance of diversification. It's like not putting all your eggs in one basket. By spreading your investments across different asset classes, you reduce your overall risk exposure. So whether it's stocks, bonds, real estate, or a combination of all three, the key is to create a well-rounded investment portfolio that aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance. I hope this video is useful for you. Hungry for more? Type video below and I'll roll out a feast of fresh content. All right, now let's talk about buying more to take advantage of discounts trap. Imagine this scenario. You walk into your favorite store, and there it is, a bright, bold sign screaming, "Sale, 50% off." Instantly, your heart races with excitement. Who can resist such an irresistible offer, right? But before you start filling up your cart with abandon, let's pause for a moment and dive deeper into this alluring trap. We've all been guilty of succumbing to the siren call of discounts at some point in our lives. It's hard to resist the allure of a bargain, especially when it promises substantial savings. But here's the harsh reality. Buying more just to take advantage of discounts often leads to a phenomenon known as overbuying. Yes, that's right. We end up purchasing items we don't actually need simply because they're on sale. Now, let's unpack this a bit further. When we talk about the savings trap, 6 common mistakes to avoid for financial health, this particular pitfall looms large. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we're saving money when, in reality, we're spending more than we intended. It's akin to trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, it keeps seeping out. But fear not, my fellow savers, for there is a beacon of hope amidst the sea of discounts. By adopting a more mindful approach to our purchasing habits and resisting the allure of overbuying, we can break free from this vicious cycle of unnecessary spending. Instead of chasing after every discount, let's focus on buying only what we truly need and will derive value from. Now let's pause for a moment to reflect on the timeless wisdom of legendary investor Warren Buffett. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. These words hold profound meaning, especially in the context of our discussion today. It's not just about the price tag, it's about the value we derive from our purchases. So, the next time you're tempted by a flashy discount, ask yourself, is this purchase aligned with my values? Will it truly enhance my life? Or am I simply falling into the buying more to take advantage of discounts trap? But it's not just about the immediate financial impact of overbuying. There are broader implications to consider as well. Think about the environmental impact of purchasing excessive items that end up languishing in landfills, not to mention the clutter and stress that come with owning more stuff than we have space for. It's a vicious cycle that ultimately detracts from our overall well-being. So what's the solution, you ask? It starts with a shift in mindset, from mindless consumption to intentional living. Instead of being swayed by every discount that comes our way, let's pause and evaluate whether the item in question aligns with our values and priorities. Let's focus on quality over quantity, and on experiences over possessions. By doing so, we not only safeguard our financial health, but also contribute to a more sustainable and fulfilling way of life. Now let's dive deeper into the fascinating realm of greed and stinginess. We've all been there, standing in the checkout line, eyeing the tempting discounts and feeling the rush of saving a few bucks. But what if I told you that sometimes those savings could end up costing you more in the long run? It's time to unravel the mysteries of frugality versus folly. Imagine you're at your favorite store, browsing through the aisles for a new blender. You stumble upon 2 options, a budget-friendly model with a flashy discount sticker and a higher-end blender with a hefty price tag. Which do you choose? The temptation to opt for the cheaper option is strong after all. Who doesn't love a good deal? But let's pause for a moment and consider the bigger picture. Meet Jenna, our fictional savvy shopper. Jenna prides herself on her frugality, always on the lookout for the best bargains. But sometimes her quest for savings leads her astray. She ends up purchasing cheap products that quickly wear out or malfunction, leaving her right back where she started, in need of a replacement. Here's the thing: falling into the trap of greed or stinginess can have far-reaching consequences. Sure, that discounted blender might save you a few bucks up front, but what about its durability? Will it withstand daily use, or will it end up gathering dust in the back of your cupboard? It's like building a house on shaky ground. Sure, it might be cheap, but it won't stand the test of time. Now, let's talk about the allure of bulk buying. You walk into your favorite store and spot a buy one, get one free deal on your go-to snacks. Without hesitation, you toss a couple of extra packs into your cart, feeling like you've hit the jackpot. But here's the catch. Do you really need all those snacks, or are you simply falling prey to the allure of a bargain? Consider this scenario. You stock up on snacks, only to realize later that you've bought more than you can consume before they expire. Suddenly, what seemed like a great deal turns into a waste of money and resources. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it never seems to be enough. Now, let's shift our focus to quality versus quantity. You're in the market for a new winter coat, and you have two options: a cheaply made coat that's priced at a fraction of the cost of a high-quality one. At first glance, the cheaper option seems like a no-brainer. After all, who wouldn't want to save a few bucks? But let's dig a little deeper. Consider the lifespan of each coat. The cheaply made coat might save you money up front, but how many winters will it last before it starts to show signs of wear and tear? In contrast, the high-quality coat might come with a higher price tag, but it's built to last. It's like comparing a sturdy oak tree to a flimsy twig. One withstands the test of time, while the other snaps at the slightest breeze. Here's the bottom line. Falling into the trap of greed or stinginess might seem like a quick way to save a few bucks, but it often leads to regrets down the road. Instead of focusing solely on price tags, consider the value you're getting for your money. Invest in quality items that'll stand the test of time, rather than settling for cheap alternatives that'll leave you wanting more. All right, let's tackle a puzzling paradox: spending more to save less. It sounds like a riddle, doesn't it? Picture this scenario. You spot a tantalizing discount at a store miles away, and off you go, chasing after those savings. But hold on a moment. Are you really getting ahead? Or are you caught in a cunning trap? Here's the scoop. It's easy to fall into the illusion that every discount is a golden opportunity, but let's zoom out and take a closer look. Consider the time and effort you're investing in pursuit of those savings. Could that precious time be better spent elsewhere? Think of it like this. Imagine you're on a treasure hunt, chasing after a shiny coin buried deep in the sand. But as you dig deeper and deeper, you realize you're expending more energy than the coin is worth. Sure, you might uncover it eventually, but at what cost? Now, I'm not saying discounts are always a bad thing. Far from it. But it's crucial to weigh the true cost-effectiveness of your saving strategies. Instead of blindly chasing after every discount, pause for a moment and evaluate. Ask yourself, is the time and effort I'm investing worth the savings I'll receive? Let's dive deeper into this ocean of savings. Have you ever found yourself spending hours scouring the internet for the lowest price, only to realize you've wasted valuable time? Guilty as charged. It's like chasing after a mirage in the desert. The closer you get, the further it seems to drift away. Consider the opportunity costs. The things you could have done with that time instead. Perhaps you could have invested in learning a new skill, spending quality time with loved ones, or even just relaxing and recharging. Time is a precious commodity, and it's important to spend it wisely. Now let's talk about another common trap: falling for flashy deals that promise massive savings but come with hidden costs. You know the ones. Buy two, get one free, or limited time offer. Act now. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement of a bargain, but pause for a moment and think, do I really need 3 of these items? Or am I just being lured in by the promise of savings? It's like being offered a free sample at the grocery store. Sure, it's tempting. But do you really need that extra snack? Sometimes, saying no to a seemingly good deal can save you more in the long run. Let's flip the script for a moment. Have you ever found yourself spending more money just to qualify for a discount or reward? It's a sneaky trap that many fall into without even realizing it. You might think you're saving, but in reality, you're spending more than you intended. Imagine you're at a store and you see a sign that says, "Spend $50 and get 20% off your purchase." Sounds like a steal, right? But here's the catch. You end up tossing extra items into your cart just to meet the spending threshold. Before you know it, you've exceeded your budget and fallen into the trap of overspending. So, what's the solution? It's all about balance. Instead of blindly chasing after discounts, take a step back and evaluate the true cost-effectiveness of your spending habits. Focus on making smart purchases that align with your needs and priorities. Remember, the goal isn't just to save money, it's to make the most of every dollar you spend. And that wraps up our journey through the savings trap: 6 common mistakes to avoid for financial health. Remember, guys, it's not about pinching every penny, it's about making wise choices for a better financial future. Whether it's paying off debts or investing in education, each step counts toward your financial well-being. The purpose of this video is to educate you on various aspects of what you need to know about trading versus investing, and not to give you any specific advice. It may involve risks and uncertainties, and you should always do your own research and consult with qualified professionals before making any financial decisions. However, past performance does not guarantee future results, and you should always consider the risk of investing and trading before putting your money at stake. If this video was beneficial to you, make sure to check out my follow-up video for a comprehensive understanding that builds on what you've just learned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel. I appreciate your support and see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy financial and abundant life.